Hello everybody, out and about on a walk with the dog this morning. We got about 1.5 miles and we do the usual look at the trash while we walk, see what we can find, and I actually scored a pretty good set today. Apparently there was some kind of garage clean out. I didn't really get into asking the people, but they were putting stuff on the curb while I was standing there, and I wound up coming home with this stuff. Not really much. I mean, I realize most of this stuff is aluminum and probably isn't worth a whole lot, but it's something that I can find use for. And if I can't find use for it, probably a member of my family, namely my sister or my mother, would find use for it. So it came home with me. First and foremost, a really nice 20-cup camp percolator. It is... Actually, I don't think they ever used it, because if you look, the actual percolator portion, it still has the instructions. And it is one of the Mirrorware ones. So, I mean, I already have a percolator. I have a very nice old Sears Maid of Honor one. This one might just go on Facebook Marketplace for a couple of bucks. Either way, it was in the trash. It was free. This one I was actually kind of surprised by. This is actually a Trunk Tracker 3 unit and scanner. This is a BCT15. It is not the BCT15X. I do work in emergency medical services. I also I do have a ham radio technician license, but I don't really, nowadays everything's digital. So if you can get a scanner app on a smartphone, you basically have a scanner on your phone. This one does not do any type of digital modes. This one just does different trunking systems. It does do the EDACS, which was, I think, the E.F. Johnson brand system that the county I live in does have. You can program it to do a bunch of different things. I have the weather band programmed in. I programmed the weather band into it quick. It didn't come with an antenna, but it has a BNC connection, so it was pretty easy to just stick an antenna on it. It does work pretty well. Looks like it was programmed to the county, because it does have all of the dispatch channels and private channels into it. So, for free in the trash, I'm not going to complain. Did have the original cord, though. Aluminum stock pot. Cheap, thin gauge. Kind of stuff they used to make in the 70s. But I opened it up and I came up with some more aluminumware. Let's see what we got here. Cake pan, no name. Ooh. Really nice thick gauge aluminum. Is that Wherever? Yep, Wherever aluminum number 802. I think these are, these are pie tins. Cake tin. If you don't know what these are, these basically you just would make 4 or 5 of, and then you would stack them, put a layer of icing in between. And this is a Wherever number 2713. So I've got 2 of them there, and a little bit larger of a cake tin. Okay, cool. Not bad. Stock pot. No, that's not bad. It's got staining, but that's usual with aluminum cookware. It does that if it's stained. I need a nice stock pot. Or a spare stock pot, so that'll probably be what that one's for. Yeah, not too bad. And what do we have here? This one I was actually surprised to find, because I actually just bought a 16-quart pressure cooker and canner. This is an 8-quart Wherever pressure cooker canner. This one, I took it off. It does have actually 2 discs in it. The spare pressure disc, 5, 10, and 15 pounds weighted disc. Was loud. These are like 15 or 20 bucks on Amazon to buy these ones new. So a spare one, that's actually kind of nice. I don't know why I would need it. Normally these have a small, like a metal plate that sits on the bottom with holes in it. If you're gonna do pressure canning, this one's a little bit too small to pressure can. But these are all the rage now as like electric pressure cookers. This one is basically the same thing in principle, except it's not nearly as automated, but you can cook things pretty quickly with it. It does take a while to build pressure. I have found that out. But if you want to put frozen meat in there and have it cooked to perfection within like a half hour, 20, 30 minutes, 15, 20 minutes at 10 pounds of pressure will pretty much do the trick. You just have to know how to do it. So it's nice to have a smaller one. Like I said, I already have an electric pressure cooker. I already have a 16-quart pressure canner, which I used recently to can 10 pounds of chicken in 5 quart-sized containers. So this one, I mean, it'll be a spare. I might use it, or I might just post it and sell it for a couple of bucks. I mean, either way, all of this stuff, by the way, was free in the trash. So I'm really not, you know, when you get things for free in the trash, you don't generally tend to wish you had them better, depending on what they are. I mean, all of this stuff, like I said in the beginning, I will find use for it. If I don't find use for it, I'm sure that one member of my family could use it, and if they can't use it, I'll just put it for $1 or $2 on Facebook Marketplace. I mean, no loss, no gain. So, thanks for watching. I hope you all have a good day.